Hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
Me, buddy,
Yes, I'm
it's going.
talking to you.
I'm talking to you. It's
I'm
going
talking about you.
great.
Good. Let me check the dates. Perfect. All right. We are ready to go. Buddy, how has your week been?
Well, buddy, it's been hotter than sin this past week. The AC has been going nonstop. I'm tired of it,
So wait a minute.
really.
You were just in a thunderstorm last week and
Yeah.
with the potential of no power. Now it's a heat wave.
Oh, speaking of, my power went off for like a minute.
Jesus.
On top of all
Oh
that,
man.
but yeah, it's been hot, sweaty, bad armpits. There was
Ew.
so listen. Again, I've been up late every night this week. I've been playing some games. Not gonna name any
Yes, you
names.
have.
Not gonna name any
Yes, you
names who's been
have.
keeping me up all night. But
Ooh.
then I sleep in a little bit in the morning and then adjust my day throughout that way. Well, there apparently is a leak in my complex somewhere, and it just so happens to be attached to the pipes in my sink. So I'm snoozing away, like beep, 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 kind of thing. And then like 7 in the morning, get a phone call, get a knock, it's maintenance. We need to look at your sink. Blah. I'm like half awake. I'm like, my
Oh my
curlers are
God.
still in, my silk
Ah.
bonnet is still on. And I have to let them in. I'm like half awake and he's asking me questions. Mind you, there's no water in my apartment whatsoever. Like I said, it's connected to my sink, but not in my apartment, apparently.
Oh my God.
So it was just a rough day altogether yesterday,
Wow.
right?
So strange man knocking at your door, no water. You couldn't even get yourself, together.
Right.
And
And then,
so you got water now, right?
yeah, oh yeah, I've had water, but it's like one of those things where it's like normally, like I pre-plan this through an app and then someone shows up at my door and like, hey, do you need your
And you're
pipes
prepared.
fixed?
Yeah. Ooh. You mean
and,
blow out those
and
pipes.
then
Yeah.
bow, wow, 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 wow. But no, this is like some 7-year-old guy named Bob coming in want to look at my pipes. Like, girl,
Mm,
just do it.
Addie. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it's always some, drama going on
I
there
know that I
in
attract it.
Ohio. Yeah.
Speaking of drama, how was your week?
Oh, it's been fabulous. It's been
Mm,
great. Um, last week I had some sort of like bug
right.
and I got rid of it by Sunday and I've been great for the rest of the week. I don't know what that was. It was just in my throat. But I piled all of my herbs and vitamins in and yeah, got through it. So I'm better. Thank you very much for that. It has not been any thunderstorms. It's been nice weather here, 80 plus degrees,
Yeah, that's hot.
it's hot, but it's not bad. It's nice cool breeze going on. Can't complain. World Cup is still going on. Mexico did lose.
I
Yeah.
saw. Mhm.
Yeah. So but we're now rooting for Spain. And so they won yesterday against Belgium. Today is England and Norway. We are rooting for Norway to win. Okay,
Viva la
just so you know.
Spain. Is that a thing?
No, that's always Viva la Mexico. All right.
Uh,
I don't know Spain's thing, but either way. Other than that, I am just on pins and needles. What do you have for us today?
well, all over the tickety talks, the news, press releases, interviews. We're going to be talking about an 18-year-old college football player who leaves for a 4th of July trip, a boat trip with friends, and then never comes back.
Let's use that word lightly. They were not friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Uh, okay, yeah.
so as I said, his friends return. He does it. Days later, his body is found. Now the investigation is underway. Social media is flooded with theories. Civil rights leaders have become involved, and many people are asking whether race played a role in what happened. So,
Yeah.
shall we get into it, my friend?
Yes, let's get into it. This is a really heartbreaking story. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it.
All right. So Nolan Wells was an 18-year-old from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. He had recently graduated high school and was preparing for his freshman football season at Southwest Mississippi Community College. His friends and family describe, and again, you see all those shows, like, don't say anything nice about me in these shows. Like when they ask how I was, like, I didn't light up a room. I didn't,
Okay. He was bitter. He
right.
was grumpy. Yeah.
Hated everybody.
Hated everyone.
But friends and family describe him as outgoing, respectful, hardworking, and someone who was excited about his future. So, on the 4th of July, so very recently, Nolan joined a group of friends for a boating trip to Horn Island, which is like a barrier island several miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. When you look at the map, it's almost like a little like thin like strip of land when you look at it.
Okay.
But Horn Island is beautiful. It's very remote. There's no town. There's no restaurants. There's no easy way home. If you're stranded there, you're dependent on someone with a boat to get back. So there's no ferries, nothing like that. You need to know someone with a boat. Kind of laying out the picture here. So at some point during the afternoon, the rest of the group returned to the mainland, but Nolan did not, which immediately raises the obvious question: how does an 18-year-old end up alone on an isolated island?
Right.
So when Nolan failed to return home, his family reported him missing. Search crews, volunteers, and multiple agencies began looking for him. For 2 days, there was hope, but then came the news that no family wants to hear. On the morning of July 6th, Wells's body was found by a U.S. Park Service ranger. I believe it was on the north point on the island where his body was found.
Ugh, unbelievable.
Right. Tragic. I mean, 18 years old. I mean, that's
right.
You like
whole
you think
life
back
in front of you.
Yeah. All right, so this is where things are coming off fishy to me. So I just want to reiterate that this is an ongoing investigation. This is stuff that we're pulling from the news, from social media, what have you. So I am not down there, boots on the ground, researching. So,
but we will be.
We've got our tickets. So photos shared publicly show Nolan appearing to be the only Black member of a group of guys on this trip. Investigators have said that the friends told them Nolan chose to stay behind and was talking to a female and planned to return later with another group of people after their boat began taking on water. So the boat that he came in on with this group of white men, they're stating that he wanted to stay and that they had to leave because their boat started taking on water. Supposedly.
We come together, we leave together.
Right.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a story about that with us, so remind me to tell it later. Okay. But
yeah.
But Nolan's family says that explanation doesn't make any sense because of those concerns. The family has hired a civil rights attorney.
Wars to over.
A civil rights attorney, Ben Crump. According to his parents, Nolan was considered safety conscious. His father said he always told Nolan to stay with the group. Nolan's mother used the Life 360 app to track down his phone and had sent her friend to pick up the phone. The phone was at one of the guys' house that was on the trip with Nolan. So, you go on a trip, all of a sudden he didn't want to take his phone with him. I mean...
Right. That don't even make any sense.
Right.
Exactly. That's... okay, keep going. This is...
yeah. Oh, yeah. According to Nolan's mother, he used Snapchat quite frequently, and any messages from that night within the 24-hour window time frame, because, Snapchat deletes it after 24 hours. Everything in a 24-hour time frame was missing. And he had 2 Snapchat accounts to look through both. She stated he used Snapchat a lot. He was always posting stories, and just the fact that he was on this trip with friends and was supposed to have a good time.
And there's nothing there.
There have been all kinds of videos on there and pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
So some witness accounts also appear inconsistent. So according to the family's attorney, Crump, the young woman the friends claimed that Nolan was speaking to said Wells had been speaking with her on Horn Island and told her he was going back to get on his friend's boat. Where the friends are saying Wells told them he was going to stay back and talk to the young woman instead. There's also a viral video that was released where it's believed to contain Nolan's voice arguing with someone in the background about his phone.
Mm-hmm.
So the video is kind of panning. You see all the boats and a ton of people. And you can hear someone arguing and yelling in the background about a phone. So the
Right.
believes the parents are saying that that is their son's voice.
Wow.
But not surprising to me, one of the guys' mother is Ashley Cole, who's a Jackson County judge. I mean,
Of course.
surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is kind of wild to me that she posted on Facebook that Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. She added that her son had been interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. Like, I don't know, like as a judge, I'm like, that seems kind of weird, maybe unprofessional. Get on Facebook and be like, hey, this is what he said. Like,
Right. No,
really?
that's that
Really?
right there, red flags all over the place. Again, and if the adults or whoever was with him, they should have said, no, you're coming back with us.
Right.
No, that doesn't even make any type of sense. You're 18 years old. You're my responsibility. You're coming back with us.
Right.
So that's okay. Keep going. But here we are.
Yeah. So authorities seem to be suggesting that an accidental drowning had happened, but this is also being questioned by Nolan's father and Crump, who were questioning why Wells's body didn't float to the surface on July 5th. Crump stated that he went missing on July 4th, and they say his body should have been there on July 5th, but it did not appear till July 6th. In an interview with CBS News, Brian Trasher from the United Cajun Navy, a nonprofit organization that helped search for Wells, also questioned the possibility that he drowned. He said if he went into the water at all and became distressed, if he was caught into like a riptide, what have you, it was so crowded there.
Sorry.
Frankie. It was so crowded that day that it really seems hard to believe that no one would have noticed a swimmer
Right.
in the water that was like struggling, freaking out, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Mm,
Exactly. Unless they held him down and the weights came up.
right. So,
Uh,
yeah. Oh, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
no,
Okay.
it's every time I'm reading about this, it's just, again, heartbreaking. But then, all of us who have always, at least for me, growing up, have always been told, stay with your group, come back with your group. Your mama wants to know who all is going, names, their mother and their parents' names, and the grandparents' names. So again, yes, race is playing into it because he is the only African American black guy with the group.
Mm,
Okay, that's fine. I mean, but yeah, the whole group comes back. They have his phone, but they don't have him. I don't know where he is. Those aren't friends.
right.
Those aren't friends, and you can't tell me that they are. That's you don't come back.
Right.
You and I have been out on several occasions. Thankfully, you haven't disposed of me,
Right.
but we have gotten in ourselves into situations where we both are like, oh snap, hey, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And we joke about it, but it's the truth. We've sobered up really quickly and like, hey, we got to go.
Right.
This is not a good situation, or a friend is in a situation and we're like, all right, it's all of us are leaving together, and we take account for everybody. And we're someone who, when we get home, we send that text, I'm home,
Right.
and when we don't, we sit at a restaurant and eat breakfast, sweating around going, okay, is she dead?
I mean, this is the thing. Like, these guys are 18. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're young." Blah blah blah. Mind you,
No,
these
they're not.
stories that Franklin's talking about, we were not in our 40s, or we were in our 20s when we were doing this. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
we weren't like now, like more knowledgeable and responsible. Like I think it's always been in
Right.
us,
And don't go out.
right? Yeah. But I think it's
But
always been in
yeah.
us to make sure that the group is safe and together.
Mhm. Right. So it's just everything again is just very suspect.
Hmm.
And you know, regardless of if they did anything to him, they left him.
Right.
They left him. They didn't check on him. They just came back and just told his mom, "Oh, he didn't come back with us."
Right.
What do you mean he didn't come back with you? You took my son And what do you mean? That just doesn't make sense to me. And now all of
Mm,
their social media is scrubbed and they've gone dark. His judge mama is saying this and saying that. Yeah,
hmm.
y'all did something. Y'all had a fight. Something happened. He drowned. Did you make him drown? Did he hit his head and y'all just left him? And all, the parents, who was with them? Where is he? What do you mean? I, I'm flabbergasted.
This is a story I wanted to bring up because, like, we
Hmm.
were, I mean, not that we were on boats in the middle of an island or what have you, but we did have a friend. We're not going to say any names, protect the innocent, but they met up with a
Was she
guy.
innocent?
Yeah, well, probably not. But they met up with a guy while we were out the one night, and they decided to go home together. And we found this guy. Made him give you his phone number, what have you, because we are like, if she goes missing, we're coming after you, kind of shit.
We sure did.
Again, it's
He
that
gave me
thing,
the phone number. I called it right there while he was
right?
standing there, make sure it was ringing and it didn't
Right.
go to somebody else. We got a picture of him. We knew what his car looked like,
Right. We knew where he
and
worked.
we knew every single thing
Right.
about this person. And yeah, she didn't show up the next day, and you and I were like, "Oh shit,
She's dead.
she's dead." And we kept calling the numbers. Everything went straight to voicemail, and that right there is an indication that somebody is in a suitcase.
But it's something I mean, long story short, she was okay. She was just
Yeah.
doing her thing. But it
And all the phones were dead all of
all
a
the phones
sudden.
were dead, quote unquote.
Hmm.
But yeah, at least we knew where they were at, how to get a hold of people. Like if the cops, like if we had to go to the cops, we had all this information to give them, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
because it was
We were,
like, they have to wait
yeah,
48 hours if somebody is missing.
that's right. Yeah, isn't it First
So
48? Isn't that one TV show?
that's just when people are dead and the cops have to solve the murder.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to go that far.
We don't want to go that far now. We don't want
Okay.
Olivia Benson or my other guys in there.
Yeah. Where was I at? Okay, so so the question of race that you brought up. So one of the biggest reasons this case has gained national attention is that many people are asking whether race may have played a role. Those concerns stem from several factors. So Nolan, again, was reportedly the only Black person in that boating group. There's people saying there were other Black people there, but we're talking about him and his friend group that were there.
Hmm.
Mississippi has a long history involving racial violence. So another statement made by their attorney Crump was the history of Mississippi is something that they don't just read about in books, but it's a lived experience for many Black Americans. That
Hmm.
oftentimes, when our children are killed in highly questionable situations, that there is this notion that, oh, it was nothing wrong, no foul play, let's just sweep it under the rug. Well, we refuse to sweep it under the rug. Um,
Right.
the next item is that this also seems eerily familiar to a story that you spoke on in a previous podcast episode regarding Tamla Harsford. And
Hmm.
for those that don't know, Tamla was a 40-year-old Black mother of five, attended an adult sleepover with all white women in Cumming, Georgia. She was found dead back in 2018, with authorities concluding her death was an accidental fall from a second-story deck, citing high blood alcohol and prescription medication. Her family is still to this day disputing this due to inconsistencies in witness statements and results from an independent autopsy.
Yeah. That's yeah. That brought up that and everything. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, not to put our business out the street, but we have been places, yeah, where everybody is just trashed. But
Mm-hmm.
we are like, okay, where are you?
Right.
9 times out of 10, we've all got the same room. We're all in the same room
That's
together,
true.
and so it's not like I can't turn over and go, is he there? And so it's just, eh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Um, my mother, as a kid, never let me go over sleepovers and stuff. You know, she just is like, I don't know this person,
Right.
or whatnot. And it's just this is crazy. 18 years old, and his life is gone because of
Mm-hmm.
what? You know, what were they fighting about? Because I saw that video as well. What were they fighting about? Was it them? Was it that the group? I don't know. We don't know. It was a
Right.
lot of people. But was that the group? What were they arguing about? Regardless if it was or not, that boy still didn't come home.
Right.
So something happened, and they know what happened. And for them to have his phone, why do you have his phone?
Right.
How's he going to get in contact with you? You know, uh, the whole thing reeks. The whole thing reeks.
Right.
So yeah, um, a lot of leaders, a lot of celebrities, black celebrities are stepping in and starting to, you know, ask questions as well and support the family because
Mhm.
we need answers. We need answers right away.
Yeah. Glad you brought that up. So, where's the investigation at this point? So, Jackson County Sheriff's Department's autopsy results still have not been made public. The Jackson County coroner told the Mississippi Free Press that autopsy was conducted July 7th, but the state medical examiner hadn't released a final report because she is awaiting a toxicology report. Authorities have not said that they have evidence of Nolan's death being racially motivated, but Nolan's family has gone forward with an independent autopsy, and it was announced that Colin Kaepernick, former NFL
Yes.
quarterback and the co-founder of the Know Your Rights campaign, is funding the independent autopsy that's being held in DC. Also, TMZ reports that Tyler Perry is actually going to be covering the expenses for Nolan's funeral. So that, like you
Okay,
said,
my dear.
community coming together. Yeah, it's here to
Yeah.
show up as Medea.
Yeah. Yes. That, yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah,
You know, shout out to Colin Kaepernick, you know, again, um, another black athlete, prominent figure, person that is the biggest I told you so,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just like Kamala Harris. I told you, you know.
yeah,
So yeah, shout out to him. And of course, Tyler Perry always steps up in helping the community and everything. And again, um, whatever comes of this, at the end of the day, whether it was racially motivated or, you know, a group of guys just having horseplay and somebody got hurt and they covered it up, you still came home without this young man.
right,
And you know, they could have been friends. The pictures show that they look like they had a real close relationship. And again, yeah, at some point something happened and you came home without him. And that's what their parents want to know.
hmm,
What happened?
right,
How did you I left my child with you and you came home without him. That's the bottom line. What happened? And for their family and whoever again was the adult, you know, the chaperone or whoever, because I'm pretty sure the 18-year-old boys didn't go out there by themselves.
it looks like they
Whoever,
did. It was just the 18-year-olds. This is how it looked. But
no
regardless, like, who are
parents.
the? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
again, like,
Well,
but who is keeping in contact with these kids or what have you? Like,
right. And when they did come back, the parents, where is this guy? Where is he?
right,
So yeah. So yeah, if there wasn't any, you know, adult with them, then that's even worse. Even worse. So it's a really sad situation. Again, hope they find the answers, but at the end of the day, none of it brings their child back. And he died without, you know, regard. They just left him like trash.
right.
Ugh, horrible.
So before we move on to our next segment, what have you, I wanted just want to say, like, I as a white male who's also very butch and straight passing, I couldn't.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I I could never obviously speak in the experience of black and people of color when they're in these situations, being the only person of color in the room. So I don't know if you had anything, because I know many times with us, you know, we try to take, you know, to places that you don't want to go. Just me and my friends. But no, in all seriousness, like, do you have any like insight, you know, on what that's like?
You know, Thankfully, I have never been in a situation where I have felt like that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if it was just because of my upbringing, and the conversations I have had with my family and everything, but I did grow up around a lot of white friends and families, and even as a child, was I lived with a white family for a couple of years before being with my family, and so it is it's still very, you're still very aware of who you are. Yeah. Um, and we've gone to places and when I show up, I'm like, do they accept black people here?
Oh, that
Because
one bar
yeah,
we
and
used to
you're
go
like,
to.
yeah, yeah, and you're like, yeah, yeah, they come in. And as soon as I came in, everybody was really like, hey, how you doing? Da da da.
Yeah.
And they're like, let me buy you a drink. And I was like, no, 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 I'll get my own drink.
I just got
But
on AA. Let me buy you a drink.
yeah, let me buy you a drink. And so I, yeah, you know, I've been places, but we have the situational awareness
Yes.
to, be like, yeah, this is not cool. And always, as your parents will always say, is always keep money on you. So if you got to go, you got to go.
Hmm.
You know, Uber is just around the corner.
Yeah.
And but yeah, at the end of the day, even with other friends, we've always drove around the city looking for them and find them at a bus stop.
Yeah.
We are always, checking in on each other.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get home? Calling that next person. Hey, have you heard from so and so?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on their way. Those type of things. And so again, for me, yeah, I've never had that situation. I've never, and if I feel uncomfortable or whatever, me, I'm just like, all right, I'm doing an Irish goodbye
Yeah.
and I'm out.
Hmm.
But
Boston.
for yeah, in Boston, I'm like, we got to go. you
Yeah.
know,
There's
uh,
about to be a hate
yeah,
crime. We need to leave.
we need to leave. What are you laughing at?
Right.
So, but yeah, I for you and I, thank you for never making me feel that way. And for all our friends, thank you for never making me feel that way. We always have jokes and stuff like that
Hmm.
and everything. But at the end of the day, we all are like, hey, we're counting. Is so and so here? And we do. So
Yeah.
yeah, I thank you for that. But for me, no, I haven't had that situations. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna start crying.
It's so ridiculous.
No, and it's funny that you mention that too, because I mean, again, I don't know the experience of people of color, but like as a gay person growing up in the '90s, I still go to some places. Like you said, the one bar we went to is just like, do I need to act extra butch when I walk in
I
here?
know.
Like, am I about to get hate crimed? Like, but
Exactly.
yeah, no, again, and I agree with you. It's just, I guess, just the way that we are and how, we do in our friend groups. It's crazy that these group of guys would not have made sure that their friend came back with them safely or had some way to make sure you can contact them, like get his phone back
Right.
to him. It's just a lot of unanswered questions. Again, it's still ongoing investigation. I hope that,
Yeah.
they're able to
We
get
find
to
the
a
answers.
truthful answer to what
Yeah.
happened. So,
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
yeah.
Thank you for that. What else
Yeah.
do you have?
Well, I'm ready for some advice. How about you?
I think so. Let's get into it.
So, as always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals, people, and our advice should not be taken seriously. But what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros too for one night, and we didn't get kidnapped by that man in a van because we had friends who took care of us and made sure we got out.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. Okay. And so we are able to lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
Except for the friends that you called and were just like, what? And then hung up.
Yeah. And then the next day, I thought you said you were kidnapped by a man in a van. Yes, we did. Oh,
Why did
okay.
you call
Well,
the cops?
why did you? Well, you're here. So what for?
Right. uh,
Oh, you gotta love them.
so today we'll be pulling our questions from Reddit's Am I the Asshole categories.
You are.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'll take it today.
Okay.
Uh,
Today.
yeah, just today. But if you have a question you want us to answer, please feel free to DM, send it social media, send it in a white van, however you get it here.
Don't send it in a white van.
We'll be sure to answer your question on the next episode. So let's get into
Perfect. Perfect.
it. Perfect. First one is, am I the asshole for gifting my racist in-laws DNA kits? So they go on to say the two most important facts.
Because everybody is 1% black, just so you know.
Exactly. You ain't no Aryan race. You got a little bit of you know.
Oh my God, you got a little chocolate in you.
Yeah. So my husband is wonderful and low contact with most of his family. My father is half Vietnamese, half black, and the son of an American soldier and his war bride. My husband's family has.
She got to be a war bride.
I know. I don't know if I like that wording, but apparently someone he met while he was at war, I guess.
Okay.
So my husband's family was never really accepted that he married me. They are not outwardly hostile, just not welcoming or inclusive. It doesn't really.
Is she white or black?
Well, her father is half Vietnamese, half black.
Okay, got you. Okay.
It doesn't really bother me. We love each other and our children, and my parents think the world of Danny, which is her husband. We live in San Francisco. Yeah.
Okay.
And most of his family is in Utah. Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, that answers it.
We rarely interact. This year's Father's Day lined up with Danny's grandfather's 80th birthday. So their family threw a huge party. They invited Danny, but literally wrote that they would understand if me and the kids couldn't attend. Right?
Wow.
Already. It was such an obvious slap in the face that I wasn't going to take it. I studied genetics in university, and I've noticed some interesting things about Danny's family. We RSVP, yeah, right, that they don't seem like they're all, you know, Aryan race, what have you, whatever they're
exactly.
Saying. We RSVP'd that, of course, we would love to come celebrate as a family. I even spent a bunch of my own money to buy a special gift for the family. You get a DNA test, you get a DNA test, everyone gets a DNA test. She said, I felt like an evil version of Oprah.
I love it.
The faces some of the people made when I presented my gift told me everything I need to know. My husband's grandfather thanked me and was oblivious to the grenades being passed around by the family. We also got
100 years old.
Right. We also got him a lovely handmade cable knit sweater.
Oh,
I know. Boy, oh boy,
it's
did
cold in here. Cold.
Right. Utah's freezing. Boy, oh boy, did I cause a commotion. My husband heard from his sister that some of his siblings and cousins took the kits away as soon as they could. So did some of the aunts and uncles, which started an avalanche of questions. I feel very guilty about what I did. My husband thinks it's hilarious, but he has a low sense of humor. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. No. And I would go back, you know, the next thing. Did everybody get their test done?
Right.
What are the results? All of us one race?
Right.
Are we sisters and brothers, or are we sisters and brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
No, I love it. Yeah. Every time I'm in a situation, I always bring out my DNA and like, listen, I'm only 40% African American. So
how much of that is Cuban?
10%.
I never did one of those. I should do one day.
I'm European, the rest of it, people, just so you know. You know how you get those hits on your, you know, your thing? I got so many white aunties. It's hilarious. Oh my God.
Aunt Martha, Aunt Gertrude.
And they're all in Europe, little old white ladies.
Ooh, road trip to go see your family.
Yeah. I was hoping Queen Elizabeth would pop up so I can go claim the throne like Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Oh my God. Come in on your dragon.
Yes. Oh my God. Could you even imagine it? Woo!
But for a little more clarification on this too, like she gave everyone a kit. We're talking like the kids, the parents, the grandparents. Like,
And those things are not cheap.
no, yeah. So they living in San Francisco and handing out DNA kits. You know they'd be making that money too.
Yes, them things ain't cheap.
Right.
She was like she got a whole pallet full.
They but so the comments were like yeah, the parents are probably like freaking out, but the kids like and were curious and maybe took their kits back or something or decided to get tested. But I
Right.
get, because she said observation, so she described it more that the traits of some of the family members are not the same traits as both parents. So she said some people have like webbed fingers, which
Oh my God.
and like the parents on webbed fingers. So the whole the thing is not just that they may not be all white, but also that there may have been some infidelity in the family, is what
That's
she's
what I was about to
mentioning as
say.
well. So
The milkman's kids.
right, right, and the family is Mormon apparently in the comments too. So
Or they're all, sister wives.
but yeah, good on her. If you got the money in that, and maybe they're doing like the passive aggressive notes in that, fuck them.
Yeah.
Let their kids
Okay.
find out and tell them.
We'd understand. We'd understand if they can't come. Wow.
Mama, why does it say I have an uncle here in Africa?
Okay.
Who's
Right.
a missionary? Throw that away.
Right. Exactly. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. No,
yeah.
you're not the asshole. That's amazing.
So moving on to the next one here. Am I the asshole for beating my, who's a 25-year-old male, girlfriend's, who's a 24-year-old female? I hate this. Let me reread this.
Because I'm like, beating her? What do you mean beating her? Okay. Go ahead.
So am I the asshole for beating my girlfriend's dad in a hot dog eating contest?
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, this is not going well.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So the hot dog eating contest happened like 6 months ago during the summer, and I had no idea that I did anything wrong. But my girlfriend and I were arguing about something else, and she brought the contest up and said I'd acted childishly, and I wanted to know if there was anything that I had to apologize for. So basically, 6 months ago, my girlfriend invited me to a food festival in her hometown. The day I arrived, I learned that there was a hot dog eating contest and that the prize would be a $100 gift card to a large tech retail store. So being a
That's
casual,
$100?
I know, right? Being a casual competitive eater in college, I decided it'd be a fun idea to enter and signed up on the website.
Nice.
Right? What town doesn't have a hot dog eating contest?
Oakland.
Right. When I told my girlfriend's family I had entered the contest, my girlfriend's dad good naturedly clapped me on the back and said, "Let the best man win." Apparently, my girlfriend's dad had won the hot dog eating contest for the last 4 years.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And was somewhat expecting to win again.
I bet he was.
So wanting the
That's
gift card.
young Billy came along with that big stomach.
All of a sudden, little Susie's boyfriend, walking on in, going to try to be the man of the family.
Yep.
Wanting the gift card, I decided to give the contest my all. I ate a bunch of hot dogs. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing, but by the time I was done, I'd eaten 16 hot dogs in 5 minutes. Oh, God.
Yeah, my stomach is upset just thinking about it.
Beating my girlfriend's dad, who only ate 12 hot dogs.
Oh, no.
Ooh, it
Here
wasn't
we
like
go.
one, it was 4 more.
Here we go. Here we go.
When I was done, my girlfriend's brother Liam, who's 14, and a bunch of his friends mobbed me, calling me the dogler.
It's not the dogler.
Giving me high fives and clapping me on the back. They said that I had dethroned the dogler, pointing to my girlfriend's dad, and that I was the new dogler.
Dogler. I bet he dogged her last night too, huh? Dogler.
They also said that I was a real glizzied Rizzler or something like that. And that I was
That sounds
just
nasty.
I know. Well, this part too. And that I was just shoving glizzy after glizzy down my gullet. What a visual.
Glizzy. Okay. Glizzy.
Glizzy.
Okay.
They posed for pictures with me. It was weird, but kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Later, my girlfriend's dad came up to me, shook my hand, and said I was a good competition. He went home to do something in his wood shop. So, he went back crying.
he went to go make your casket, is what he did.
Oh, no. He came over the tape measure and measured my height and shoulder width. No.
Sure he did. Uh-huh.
So I hung out with my girlfriend, Liam, and his friends, going around to various food stalls and games. When we all ate dinner that night, the hot dog contest didn't come up at all, except for when Liam kept referring.
Wait a minute, you just ate 16 hot dogs and then you were having dinner?
Went to dinner,
okay.
Yeah.
Went to dinner. Oh, gosh. That's a lot of food.
So the conversation didn't come up at all, except for when Liam kept referring to me as the Dogler and saying that he wanted to make me a special Dogler shirt. Aw.
Wow.
We had a nice breakfast the next morning. And you had breakfast? Girl.
Oh, God.
I would have ate for like 2 days.
You talking explosive diarrhea.
Right. No sign that anything was wrong. Today, though, my girlfriend brought up in our argument that her dad was actually really wounded by losing the hot dog eating contest, but just didn't say anything to me. I said if I wasn't supposed to enter the contest, then was it really a contest at all? She said that it was less about the contest, but about the special Dogler shirt that Liam makes, and that has made it for his dad for the past couple of years. So if anything, I should understand the masculine ego. So the dad felt like this is a way to connect with his son, and that her boyfriend ruined it. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Oh my God. I mean, if that's your claim to fame, bruh, dad, and that's all you got to connect with your son, sounds like you're the asshole.
Right.
I love it. Eat them dogs. He couldn't have got 4 more dogs. You didn't sit there and see how many he was eating.
Right.
It's a competition. You need to know your what your competitor is doing. You need to know the score. Yeah. So what the heck, man? That's on you. So no, dude, go back up there next year and win it again.
That's what I'm picturing. Like, what if they break up, but he still comes back to that town just to enter that contest?
To enter the hot dog and kick it with the little boy and get the t-shirt, flip him off and leave. See you next year, Dad.
Said give his ex-girlfriend, the daughter, like a nasty look, hold up the shirt.
Uh-huh. Right.
Be like, I still run this town, and then walk out.
Exactly.
Glizzy Guzzler. Blah, blah,
blah. The Dogler is out.
Yeah. I want my shirt in the mail, kid.
That's good stuff.
But yeah, like if this was like a family tradition or something like that, then the girlfriend should have clued him in and be like, hey, I saw you entered it, but like kind of let my dad win, okay? Because he's kind of a sore loser and he's a horrible father to his son, and this is the only way he can keep in contact
the way they
with
can
him.
Connect.
Yeah, with t-shirts and eating hot dogs. So
okay.
But yeah, I don't know, I'm competitive.
And I still would have been like, okay, no problem. I would have shoved 20 dogs down. Just because.
Both horses, just both ends, shove them in.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Oh,
man.
But yeah, no, all I can think about though is like the stomach ache afterwards.
I know.
Blow it up the toilet
like,
the next day.
Ooh, my goodness.
Damn. Well, now that we got that out of our system, that's all that I had for this week.
I think that's enough. Thank you, Dogler. I like that. I think that's what I'm going to call you.
I'm going to call you the Glizzy Rizzler from now on.
Glizzy. Wow. That's good stuff. Thank you so very much. And hey, your streams are just popping.
Oh my God.
Every time I look up, I'm like, oh, shoot. Let me log in. Yeah, it's doing great. I love it. Great content.
Fan favorite over here. Oh, Franklin's here. Hi, girl. Hi. Ooh.
It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Yeah. No, thank you everyone. Again, if you've come here from that channel or if you found us organically, I do see new comments appearing from new people. Organically, like the Glizzy Rizzler. But
dirty.
We appreciate the comments. We appreciate you liking the streams. And, if you happen to share it with a friend and corrupt them as well, that's that. It's kind of like the ring. Yeah, it's kind of the Ring where like, you know, the girl comes out and gets you unless you share
Mm,
the videotape. Kind of like that,
okay.
right? Franklin will come through the screen and come after you with Frankie in her hand.
Ah, exactly. Okay, that's exactly what he would do to you guys too.
But yeah, thank you, thank you. Franklin, is there anything else that you'd like to take us out on today?
No, I think that's it. You know, hopefully the heat wave does not continue for you. You know, because that PG&E bill or whatever
Oh,
electricity company you live have there is going to be extremely high. So
gotta pay for
other
those
than
data
that,
centers.
yeah, no, that's all I got for us today. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, thank you, and bye.